there. Thank you so much for joining me for this workout. So today we're going to be focusing on strengthening and stretching our body. Now we are going to be doing a portion of these exercises sitting down in the chair, and then we will do a few standing up as well. All right, so let's get started. So before we begin, I encourage you to take some deep breaths with me and really focus on how you feel right now. Now, quite often when we exercise regularly, we start to feel more energized, we start to feel so much better as well. So let's move to the edge of your chair. So you're sitting up nice and tall. We're going to start by lifting those arms over your head, breathing in and breathing out. Good. So focus on breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Good. So breathing is a really good way to lower your heart rate. It's a really good way to really slow down, maybe calm any racing thoughts. And it's also a good way to just take some time for yourself and to be focused on the present. All right, let's do 2 more here. Deep breath in and out. And 1 more. All right, awesome. Now from here, let's take those arms nice and wide. Keep your elbows slightly bent and then give yourself a big hug. All right, now I haven't introduced myself fully yet, or the little guy beside me. So my name is Meg Stickl. I've been working with older adults for the past 16 years, and I run a company called AIM Fitness, where we help older adults and seniors stay active in their homes. And this little guy beside me is Fit Finley. And Fit Finley joins me in a lot of my videos, and he also comes with me to some of my in-person clients and presentations as well. All right, from here we're going to bring those arms to one side and we're going to be twisting side to side. Now as you do this, think about really straightening up your back, sitting a little bit straighter, and look over your shoulder. We're going to look side to side. Now a little bit later in our workout, we're going to be using some weights. If you don't have weights, you can use cans or even water bottles work well too. All right, now notice that stretch in your back, in your neck as well. Hopefully you're feeling good already. Awesome. Let's do 2 more per side. And 1 more. All right, next we'll bring those hands to your shoulders and we're going to circle those arms backwards. Think about doing some really large circles with those elbows. All right. Now make sure you listen to your body as we're exercising together. So if there's a movement that doesn't feel that good, just pause, take a break, or limit the motion that you're taking. So if you're doing really big circles, for instance, and your shoulder isn't up for it, do some smaller circles instead and see if that feels a bit better. All right, we're going to change directions. We'll go the other way. Awesome. Now I will remind you to take lots of deep breaths as you're exercising today, because quite often we hold our breath when we're working out. And that's really common, so don't worry if that's your case. But just remember to keep on breathing. Let's do 2 more here. And 1. Good. Now from here, we're going to reach those arms right in front, just like you're reaching for something in front of you. Now make sure you have lots of space behind you. You may need to move a little bit more to that edge of your chair. So reach. And then what we want to do is we want to bend your elbow and squeeze your shoulder blade back as you bring that arm behind you. All right. So reach. All right, very good. And again, we want to think about straightening our back, sitting as tall as we can, away from the back of the chair. All right. Now we'll change up those arms in just a sec. Let's do 2 more and 1. And then we're going to be reaching right overhead. Now, if you do have any shoulder limitations or if it doesn't feel as good to reach this high, you can reach halfway. I'm working with a woman now who recently broke her arm, so she cannot fully extend her arm, but I am seeing that she's improving the more she does these overhead reaches. So do know that you can improve, but it does require regular exercise. So I do encourage you to get into a regular fitness routine by paying attention to what we're doing today and maybe choosing a few exercises that you really like that you know you can incorporate into your lifestyle at home. Good. All right, next we're going to reach your arm right across your body. All right, so reaching towards the left and then the right side. And you should feel this down your shoulder and down that arm. All right, you can add a bit of a twist as well if you want, twisting at your waist. All right, looks good. Okay, good job. You may feel this stretch your back as well. Good, let's do a few more here. Let's do 2 per side. And 1. All right, good. So next we're going to be moving to our torso to bring some movement there. Let's take those legs a little bit wider. Keep your hands here on your knees. Now, if you have osteoporosis for this one, what you're going to do is you're just going to keep that spine nice and straight and do very small circles. If you don't have osteoporosis and if you don't have any back issues, then you can choose to lean a little bit more forward to the side and back and right around. So really listen to your back. Notice that nice stretch down the side of your torso as you lean from side to side. Good. Doing some circles here. This will help with mobility and flexibility. Now, all of the exercises we do today are going to be similar movements to things that you do around the house. So for this one, you may have to lean over and reach for something on the floor. So just think about how your body can get stronger and more flexible to do those things that you do every single day. All right, let's go the other way, changing directions. Again, if this is too hard on your back or it doesn't feel quite right, just do smaller circles like this. All right, so keep on breathing as we go, choosing larger circles or smaller ones, and notice where that stretch feels especially good. Now for some of these stretches, you may hear some creaking, and it's either your chair or it's your bones. For me, I think it's my bones. Just kidding, I think it's the chair. All right, let's do one more circle. All right, awesome. Let's bring those feet in. And what we'll do next is we're going to do a leg extension. So you can choose to reach your opposite arm towards that foot. Now, I encourage you to still sit on the edge of the chair. Make sure you have lots of space so you can sit tall. Good. Now, anytime we do the opposite arm to the opposite leg, we work a different part of your brain. So just think, you're doing something good for your body, but you're also doing something really good for your brain as we're doing these coordination exercises next. All right, now I encourage you to flex that foot, point your toe up towards the ceiling, and notice that stretch up the back of your leg. Now I know you're probably like me. So many of us are spending a lot of time sitting at home these days, aren't we? Whether you're sitting on the couch or whether you're watching lots of TV or on a computer, our bodies are not meant to sit for so long. And what happens is we can lose a lot of that flexibility and that strength just from sitting. So you may feel a little bit tight, you may feel some aches and pains, and just know that's normal. If you haven't been exercising a lot recently, then your body is just telling you that you're dusting off some cobwebs. And you will probably feel a lot better at the end of the session after we move together. All right, this is great. Let's do 2 more per side. And 1. Now we're going to continue with our coordination. We're going to be lifting your knee and tapping your hand to your opposite knee. All right. So again, working the brain, working the body. Lift that knee nice and high. See if you can bring your arm a little bit further out to the side. Now, if you do have a heart condition, just watch that you keep your hands lower than your heart. So you can reach out to the side, just monitor that heart rate as we go. And we'll keep breathing in and out. All right, awesome. Let's do 3 and 2 and 1. Good. All right, so let's take those legs a little bit wider. Next, we're going to be reaching down to the side. So option 1 is to do just a small tilt, just going side to side, not very far. Now do keep those legs wide so that you don't feel like you're going to be falling over or leaning over to do a cartwheel. Good. So this is option 1, leaning. Option 2 is to go a little bit further, maybe reaching a bit closer to the floor. Now, as you do this one, remember to keep your shoulders back. So we don't want to be leaning forwards. We want to be nice and straight and doing that side bend. Good. Now, if you're wanting to take it a little bit further here, you can choose to lift your elbow. Good, just like a marionette puppet. And let's keep on breathing. Breathing in and out. All right, awesome. Good, let's do a few more here. Just need to keep your arms straight if you prefer. Let's go for 2 more per side. And 1. All right, excellent. That's great. Let's bring those feet in. We're going to warm up those ankles and those feet next. So now we can lean right back against your chair. And I want you to lift your legs and let's point and flex those feet. See if you can keep your legs lifted off the ground as you do this. Now at the same time, again for coordination and flexibility, we'll do the same thing with your hands. So stretching those wrists, stretching your ankles. Good. All right, that's awesome. Now let's plant those feet to the floor and we're going to sit up again nice and tall, and then we're going to be tapping your toes out and in. Let's do the same thing with those arms. Breathing in, breathing out. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Now as you do this one, we want to think about squeezing our shoulder blades back together, opening up the chest for better posture. Now a big concern I hear quite often from people that I work with is that their posture has gotten worse. And one of the reasons is all the sitting that they're doing. We tend to have our sitting position, which often looks like this, right? If we're on a device or reading. So what we want to focus on is for this one is really to squeeze the chest nice and wide open, and think about better posture by lowering those shoulders as well. So avoiding this and focusing on low shoulders, chest to open. All right. Very good. Now recently, one of my fitness members reached out to me and she said, "Meg, I'm actually getting taller." I said, "What?" She said, "And it's thanks to you." I thought, how on earth is she doing this? And she said, "Meg, my posture has gotten better and that has given me a few extra centimeters." I thought, oh, isn't that exciting? So she's been walking around and standing and sitting with better posture. And I think that is such an awesome news to hear. So just remember, if you do focus on improving posture through exercise and stretching, maybe you'll just gain a few extra centimeters as well. All right, let's go for 2 more of these. And 1. All right, good. Let's give your arms a good shake. That's great. Now we're going to focus on a little bit more on those legs, especially on your hips next. So just double check that you're right on the edge of the chair, and we're going to sit up nice and tall, and we're going to be tapping your toe out to the side, tap the full foot out and in. Out to the side and in. And this is a good one for our inner and outer thighs, good for our hips. Now, if you've had a hip or knee replacement, don't go all the way out to the side. Just limit that movement so that it feels good. Doesn't put any strain on that joint. All right, we've been doing a bit of coordination. Let's do a bit more. We're going to start by reaching the same arm, same leg. All right. Maintain that great posture, sitting up nice and tall. Breathing in and out. You got it. So a little bit about Fit Finley, who's sleeping beside me. So Fit Finley is 6 years old. He's a Bichon poodle, and I adopted him as a little baby. He was 6 weeks old when I got him, just about this size, so cute. And the story of how I got him was really cute. So I went to a breeder, and she had 4 little puppies, just all the same size. And I said, how am I supposed to know which one to pick? She said, you will know. So I picked them up one at a time. They all snuggled into me. They were all so sweet, so precious. And then when I picked up little Finley, he looked up into my eyes and made immediate eye contact. So that was the sign. And he's been making eye contact ever since, except when he sleeps. All right, let's go for our opposite arm, opposite leg next. So continuing to tap out to the side, reaching with that arm. Good. So I'm not sure if any of you guys have pets or have adopted an animal, but it is such a nice, very sweet bond that you can get. A really amazing connection. All right, let's continue with just a few more. You're doing so well. Good, let's do 3 and 2 and 1. All right, way to go. Let's circle those shoulders backwards. Notice how you're feeling. All right, so good. Now let's bring those feet together, knees together, and then we'll take those knees out and in, tilting those feet out to the side. Good. So stretch those hips and legs. All right, nicely done. All right, now we're going to take a quick break before we do a few standing exercises. So I encourage you to grab some water, have a sip of water before we continue. Now, it's so important to stay hydrated. I can't say that enough. So what one of my clients has done is she has a water bottle in every single room of her house. So that way she knows if she's watching TV, she's got her water right there. When she goes to bed, she has her water right there. And it really keeps her reminded to drink her water regularly. And she's noticing she's sleeping better, and as well she feels better after exercising because her body is hydrated. So keep that in mind. All right, now we're going to use weights in a little bit, but first we're going to stand up and we're going to do a few standing stretches. So I do encourage you to keep your chair nice and close. You may want to hold on to it as you go, or you can stand beside it and challenge your balance a little bit too. All right, so we're going to start by marching on the spot. So I encourage you to stand nice and tall, shoulders back. Pump those arms at your side. Remember to keep on breathing in and out. And if you need to, hold on to that chair for balance. That's just fine. All right, very good. All right. Now from here, we're going to be tapping those feet right in front. So tapping the toe in front. You can gently swing your arm in front as well. right. Good. And it's so good to stand. Now these are some great stretches and movements that you can do while you are either in the kitchen, maybe you're waiting for your food to warm up in the microwave or oven, maybe you're even waiting for your coffee or tea to be prepared in the morning. So take a few minutes, stretch your body, stand up, move, and just notice how you feel. All right, from here we're going to take a small step side to side. Now you can choose to hold on to that chair for balance, or you can choose to swing one or both arms to the side. All right, I'll hold on for the demo, but feel free to do what feels best for you. Good. Now this is a really good one for your outer thighs and your hips. Now I work with a lot of people who are afraid of falling and have noticed that their balance is getting worse than it used to be when they were younger. So holding on to a chair for balance is something that may make you feel a bit more comfortable with, but also things like watching your surroundings, making sure that all of your cords are tucked away, making sure that your house is nicely lit so it's bright so you won't trip over anything. The majority of falls happen in a home. So there's so many things we can do to prevent falls. Now another tip is to wear closed-toed shoes around the house with a good grip so that you don't lose your footing by slipping on floors or carpets. All right, awesome job. Now from here, we're going to be taking your heel right in front. You can hold on to that chair, or if you feel comfortable, reach for the opposite arm with your leg. Now this is a really good one for the back of the legs, right here, your calf muscle. So what you want to do is you want to reach, good, and tap that heel right to the floor, pointing your toe up towards the ceiling. So you'll notice that good stretch there. All right, very good. Now while we're standing, we're going to move into a few balance exercises as well, and I encourage you to join me in just a second. All right, let's do 3 more per side, 2, and 1. All right, very good. Let's walk it out, shake those arms out. All right. So here's a great balance exercise for us. What we want to do is we want to bring one foot in front of the other and slightly bend those knees. Now straighten up those shoulders so you're standing nice and tall. See if you can bring one arm out to the side. Now, something that will help you with your balance is to find a focal point. So look straight ahead, find something to look at that's not moving. And then something else is to tighten up our core. So pull out your belly in like you're doing up a pair of pants. All right, so focus on the breathing. Now see if you can maybe lift a few fingers. Although both of your feet are on the floor, it's still really challenging. You may feel a little bit wobbly, so think about pulling your stomach in, tightening your glutes, and holding it here. Breathe in and out. Good, we'll hold it for 3, 2, and 1. All right, good. Let's change legs, opposite foot in front. Bend those knees just a bit here, shoulders back. Again, lift that arm out to the side, pull your core in, look straight ahead, find that focal point, maybe lift a few fingers. Breathe in and out. Notice which side is easier. We all have a dominant side. Most of us can really sense that one side for your balance is easier than the other. And that's pretty normal. Let's hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, bring those feet together. We'll walk that out. All right, very good. And then we'll do one more for your balance. One more here. Now this one is called the clock. So you can hold on to that chair, arm to the side, and we're going to start by tapping right ahead. So 12 o'clock to the side, 3 o'clock, and back 6 o'clock. Tapping front, to the side, and back. Now the leg that you're standing on, we want to slightly bend that knee to take off that pressure. Good. Front, side, and back. And one more time. Front, side, and back. That's good. All right, bring that foot in. We'll do the other side. Tap front, side, and back. Front, side, and back. Finley's really not waking up here. All right, here we go again. Front, side, back, and one more time. Front, side, and back. Excellent. All right, let's walk that out. Breathing in and out. Notice how that felt. This is a really good one to do when you're in the bathroom or kitchen, because you can hold onto your counter and you can really challenge that balance and fit that into your day. All right, so have a seat. Now we're going to move to our weights. We're going to focus on your upper body strength. So grab those weights next and then meet me in the chair. All right, so we're going to be focusing on the front of your arm, your biceps, and on your wrists today. So if you're using weights or if you have cans, you want to make sure you hold on to them not too tight. We don't want to grip them too hard. We just want to hold on in a way that supports the weight, so it's not going to slip out of your hand, but doesn't put too much pressure on your hands. So again, we're going to move to the edge of your chair. Have those arms at your side. We want the palms of your hands to be facing the front of the room. And we're going to begin with one arm at a time, curling your weight up towards your shoulder, and then lower the arm until it's straight at your side. So breathe in, lift, breathe out, and lower. Good. So focus on that breathing, focus on shoulders back, good posture. All right, looks good. You should feel this in the front of the arms. Good. Now, if you have had a shoulder injury or maybe you've injured an arm and you don't feel comfortable using weights, then you can do the motions without using weights, and that's just fine. All right, awesome job. Good. Let's do 2 more per side. Breathing in and out. And 1 more per side. Good. All right, let's lower those weights right to your lap and we'll circle those shoulders backwards. All right, very good. All right, so the next one that we're going to do is for your shoulder and your arm. So let's hold on to just one weight right now. Now, just pretend this is a glass, this is a pitcher of water. You're going to pour yourself some water. So we want to have your elbow nice and low and then lift that elbow high as you're pouring that glass. All right, breathing in and out. Working this part of the arm, you should feel it down the shoulder. Good. Breathing in and out. Let's do 2 more. And 1. All right, good. Let's lower that arm. Let's do the other side. Lift and pour yourself maybe your morning coffee on the side. Good. All right. Now, weights are a really good way to build upper body strength, and especially if you're finding that it's been a while since you've exercised, you may feel a little bit sore in the next 2 days. Don't worry, it just means your muscles are waking up. So just know that you may feel something, and I do encourage you to exercise regularly with weights. And if you're wondering how to do that, you can talk to me and or leave me a note, and I'd love to chat with you about ways you can stay active at home. All right, let's lower the weight here. Circle those shoulders backwards. Very good. All right. So I've got another really good one for you. For those of you who are spending a lot of time going to get groceries and lifting heavy bags out of the cart, this one is for you. So bring those arms right beside you so your arms are straight, and we're going to start with one arm at a time, pulling that weight up. Elbow is nice and wide out to the side. So lifting up and lowering down. All right. So just imagine you have a heavy load of groceries that need to be lifted into the house. It all requires strength, doesn't it? It really does. All right. Now keep those shoulders back as we continue. Good, breathing in and out. So this is a really good one for strong shoulders, strong arms. Good, let's go for two more per side. And one. All right, good. Now let's bring those weights right to your lap. Circle your shoulders back to stretch it out. And we'll do one more with the weights. All right, so I told you we'd be working your wrists as well. So here's one for you. You can hold on to that weight. You want to have the weight facing wide. And we're going to do a nice gentle twist, twisting your wrist from side to side. Now, if it's a little bit too much having it up like this, you can also have your hand right here, leaning it over your leg and doing a bit of a tilt here. Okay, so this is another option for you. Option 1 or option 2. This can help to give you that strength to open up the doors, open up cans, all of that good stuff here with strong wrists. 3 more. 2 and 1. Good. All right, lower that weight down. We're done with that. And let's end with this other hand here, lifting nice and easy, not too quick. Breathing in and out. Or option 2, leaning that arm against your leg and doing a nice easy roll. Do this if the weight seems a little bit too heavy. Okay. Let's do a few more here. You're doing such a great job. Such a great job. I hope you're feeling really good, feeling energized, feeling a bit stronger as well. Let's do 2 and 1, and let's lower that weight down. Good. All right, make sure those weights are tucked out of the way. Let's circle your wrists. Just stretch it out. And the other way. All right, that's good. Now, before we move to our stretches, I have a really good exercise for the core that I would like to show you. So we'll be doing this one next. I'll show you from the side so you can see a little bit easier. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring your arms right across your chest, sitting with a nice straight back. And then we're gonna be leaning backwards towards the back of your chair. Now, don't touch the back, but instead tighten your core to lean forwards. So we're breathing in as we go back and breathe out to come forwards. So this is one of my favorite exercises to do to improve your core strength. And because it's really gentle on your neck and it's really effective. You can feel your muscles tightening up as you lean back. All right, so let's do a few more together. Here we go. Remembering not to touch the back of the chair. Breathing in as we go back. Breathing out as we come forwards. Breathing in and out. Now, one of my clients does this exercise when he watches soccer in the evenings. So find a time of day that works well for you to exercise. And I encourage you to choose 3 or 4 exercises that you can do. Now, I've coined the term snacking on exercise. And I love this term because it just gives you that idea that you don't need to exercise for a full half hour every time, but just doing exercises in little bits, little time slots in your day can really be effective, and it can really be a lot easier as well. You're gonna do it if you feel like you can do it. Let's do 2 more here, leaning back. Good, and 1 more. right. I love this one for the core, one of my favorites, like I said. All right, so let's move to a nice stretching session now so you can really feel relaxed. We can stretch out the muscles that we've used. All right, so let's start from head to toe. We're going to start by looking over your shoulder, looking side to side. Good. Just notice any stiffness in your neck. Maybe you feel a little bit better than when we started. Hopefully so. One more time. And then we're going to look straight and then up and down towards the floor. Good. Stretching that neck. All right. Good. One more time. Up and down. All right, let's stretch those shoulders. Bring your shoulders up to your ears and lower down. Inhale and exhale. Good. Up and down. 2 more. And 1. All right, next comes our back. Let's place those hands on your knees, walk your feet out a little further, and we're going to be walking those fingers down your back, down your legs, down towards your toes, and then walk those hands back up. Now, what I like about this one is you're moving those hands, so if you do have arthritis, this is really a good one for you as well. Good. Feel that nice stretch. All right, one more time. All right, excellent. So let's move into those hips next. Now, if you've had a hip or knee replacement, I encourage you to cross your ankles and you're just gonna slightly lean over, just enough to feel this in your hips and your thighs. Now, if you haven't had a hip or knee replacement and you are up for it, take the leg a little higher and lean over just enough to feel this down that hip. Now, if you do have any pain down your legs, or if you have any stiffness from sitting, then this is a really good one for you. All right. Now, while we're here, let's sit up a little bit, and whether you have your foot here or down, we're going to do some circles. Circle your ankle here. Okay, that's good. And then let's release and lower that foot down to the floor. We'll do the other side. Option 1, if you have a hip or knee replacement on this side, lean forward slightly, and then let's lift the leg up if that feels good for you. Leaning over. Now, those of you who may have sciatica pain down that leg, this is a really good one to relieve that pain. And I know a few people who've done this regularly and found good relief. All right, add that ankle, whether your leg is up here or a little bit lower. Ankle rolls. Great. And let's bring that foot out and down. All right, awesome. We're almost done. Let's take one leg right in front. Make sure you're sitting on the edge of your chair, and we're going to stretch out the back of the leg. So lean over, reaching just as far as you can go. Take a few deep breaths here. And this is another good one for your low back and for the back of the leg. All right. Now, if you tend to have Charlie horses or pain in your legs when you're going to sleep or in the middle of the night even, then I do suggest you doing this stretch regularly during the day, because it does mean that your muscles are tight if you get those cramps. So stretching it out and holding the stretch for a minute or 2 will be really good for you. All right, let's come on up out of this one, and we're gonna finish with a few deep breaths together. I hope you're feeling really good. So as we finish with our breathing, notice how you're doing. Are you feeling a bit more energized? Are you feeling more motivated to move again? I hope so. Let's take those arms out to the side, breathe in, and breathe out. Give yourself a hug. Again, breathe in and out. And 3 more. 2 more. And last one here. All right, give yourself a big pat on your back. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're feeling amazing. I hope that this workout was really good. Now, I'd love to hear from you, so be sure to let me know how you're feeling. And I hope you're feeling like you're ready to go on to what's next for the rest of your day. All right, thanks again for joining me. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.